ended. I think they ended. Question mark? Oh. There is another underscore. What? Why is it not working? Underscore, oop, underscore, underscore. Oh, this is frustrating. Oh, I forgot. Today is Thursday. Thursday. Okay. Let me drink a cola. Lucky, I see you there. I see you there, Lucky. Okay, so let me look at, is that showing enough? I need a more better way to do this. Wait a minute, what's going on here? What? I broke something. I broke something. Okay. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and start because the recorder is going. What are you guys looking at? You're making me nervous. What are you guys looking at? Stop it. Looky. Look. Ooh, why did you run away? Lucky, come here. Lucky. Katya, come on. Walk around here, old lady. Look, Katya. Where are you? Did you get lost? Can you not walk around? Gaming Giant, hey, how's it going? I'm trying to convince my doggo to walk around the obstacle, but she kind of doesn't want to because she expects obstacles like doors to be opened for her. Katya, this is a wall, not a door. You have to walk around. What are you doing? You just gonna hang out over there? I mean, you can stay. Oh wait, let's not grab that yet. What are those hands trying to do? Wring Katya's neck or? Come on, Coco, let's go. Come on. You want lappies? You want lap sit? Come on. Come on. Anyway. Anna, how's it going? Ah! Now you speak? Katya, come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. What are you doing back here? Ugh. Is the camera following me? I don't know if the camera's following me. I think the camera's following me. Let's switch to Katya, look. Look, Katya, look. Do you see? Do you see? Do you care? Oh, does anyone? God, you're so stinky. I need to get you bathed somewhere. Actually, all three of you. But maybe one at a time, because I can't handle three of you. Katya would rather be on her own. Okay. Here, okay. She'd rather find her own place and just sit there. I'm gonna work on the water cooler, Katya. You can watch. I wonder if the OBSBot would track on the dogs. That would be interesting if it did. That would be interesting if it did. Okay, hang on. Let me put this thing away, then I will start. What do you want? There's no snacks today. Oh, you know what? Here, there's snacks. Hello, over here. Hang on, let me give them, I'll open up a beef jerky and I will give them a piece. So I bought a pack of these. I gotta be careful with Lucky because she can't control, oh my God, she cannot control how much of her mouth she uses to claim her treat. Hey, Matt, would you pay attention? I'll bet you Blossom's camera is perfectly, geez, see, that's what I'm talking about. She just bit me. Jeez, and then, Coco. Man, I think these dogs are, I don't know about these dogs. Only Katya worries, or only Katya doesn't bite me, unless I bite her first. And I actually might have a scar because of that, but whatever, that was my fault. Dude, hello. I'll bet you anything Blossom's works better than mine. Okay, kids, I'm going to, the water cooler came in last night. So that's what we're going to be working on today. OBSBot, are you watching? Are you watching? Okay. So let me unbox the water cooler. Bro, what are you doing? What are you? Oh my God, that's so funny. You did nothing. Coco, you did nothing. You were not in danger. That's so funny. It just made so much noise. He got nervous. Okay. Towel. Okay, so here's the cooler. Oh, let me make it so I can see Chanarino. OBSBot is centered so you are window hidden. Oh, God. What just happened? Something just let go. I'm rotating the base that the stand. Hello. Hello. Okay, anyway, we take our chances with the OBSBot since I'm not in front of the machine. We use the specimen camera. Okay, so Cooler Master 240 core 2 white. Now I did open this last night, but I did not remove the contents. I just wanted to see what was in it. What's going on, man? You want some of this sweet, sweet beef jerky, don't you? You're so fat, Katya. I'm gonna kill you by making you fat. I mean, I could starve her, I guess. Are you dying? Did you not get your 8,000 calories today? Okay, so water cooler. I don't know what I'm looking at. Then we have this, and we have this. So I asked her, and Maddie says she'll be streaming around 7-ish today, maybe, possibly, who knows? So I have a couple hours to struggle with this. It's 13:20 my time. She is going to be streaming at around 1400 my time. So what's that? 2 hours 40 minutes, which is about how long it'll take me to do this. Probably longer because I'm slow. I'm old and slow. Oh. Okay, I need another monitor. Actually, Pastor Van, one of my Amaretto, my namesake, he actually I don't know what did him in at the end, but he did have diabetes, and we did have to give him insulin, and there was a blood, he wore a blood sugar monitor, the same kind they put on humans, right? But he had other things going on, and I knew his time was limited. I mean, he made it to 13.5, which is a good run for a Pomeranian. Pomeranians usually go 12 to 16 years. So, Amaretto did all right. But my ex-wife ended up taking him to Miami, where her sister lived. And he spent the last 2 weeks of his life with his 2 moms, which is a good way to go. He got to spend some time on the beaches there, because as a puppy, before my wife moved in with me, they were living near Miami, and they got Amaretto while they were there. And so when she finally moved in, Amaretto was, I don't know, 6 months old. No, he was a little older, like 8, 9 months old. So he spent his young puppyhood on the beaches of Miami. Let's see. No snacks. Sunboy Friday. You know what that means? Put on the maid dress. Yeah. I don't subscribe to that meme. I'm here to eat babies and troll streams. I'm all out of babies. Nice. 90 days. No chance in getting on the phone. Amaretto is my favorite look. You know, a lot of people make that thing when we would tell people the name amaretto, they would write it as amaretto, but amarettos are actually a thing. They're like, it's like an alternate name for cherubs. You know, little cupids, little flying babies. And I didn't know that. I asked my wife, like, where did you get this name? And she wouldn't tell me anything. But my wife never told me anything anyway. She kept secrets from me. Like, what's the story about this other husband you have? Yeah, they picked the name out of. I don't know where they learned it, because you don't commonly run across amaretti as a word you'd encounter in daily life. You know, amaretti or amaretto is what these cherubs are, and they knew it. So when I got introduced to amaretto, you know, he was already named, and he already had all his nicknames by then too, which is funny. Oh boy, I hope I don't have to undo the motherboard a lot. But we'll find out. If I have to take the motherboard out, I have to take the motherboard out. Probably was a bad idea for me to install it, but whatever. Let's see. So let's get this all off. So the only problem or complaint I had about my Arctic water cooler that was in the other machine was the hoses were so inflexible. Oh, wow. Wow, these are very not unflexible. Wowzers. Wow, that would have been nice. Wow, they give a lot. Geez, this would totally work better in my in the PC. I could have kept it as a water cooler if I had a water cooler like this. That just goes to show you I did not choose well enough when I selected that water cooler. Okay, so I need to find out how much I have to disassemble the PC to install this. But because I'm OCD, I am going to fold these things first. Even though I will never touch them again, I will fold them nicely. Katya looks like she's about to go into her little cubby hole. Order Miami made fit. Good luck with that, since I have not published my my P.O. box, which would actually be my actual home address. Because, not that I'd want anyone to visit, I kind of would not give a shit. Now, I don't know if I would have that policy in Pittsburgh. I don't know, you know, it might be scarier for me to, you know, I probably wouldn't be so cavalier about it in Pittsburgh, but yeah. Now, obviously, I don't go around, you know, telling people what my legal name is, but it's easy to find it, and I've leaked it enough times. But, you know, generally speaking, streamers don't let you know what their real names are, and they don't want you to know their real addresses. And yeah, generally I have the same idea, just like I have a general idea that I want privacy. But at the same time, it's like, you know, if somebody wants to make the effort to come out and, you know, shoot my ass, whatever, okay, well, we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. I wonder if that's because I'm like old and it's like, it doesn't really matter. Versus, you know, someone younger and it's like they kind of want to live. It's like they want to live. Okay, so I don't know what's on there now, so I'll have to ascertain what's already installed. I can just send it to Maddie. That's true. I'll be there in March. Well, you know, I already have to pick up a cymbal, and then I have to pick up now a jar of Femboy bathwater. It's going to get to the point where I should just leave everything there, since I'm going to physically be in Pittsburgh anyway. Okay, LGA 1851-1700 is that. LGA 1200-1151 is that. Okay, AMD AM5/AM4 uses, so remove the stock brackets and then install these little arm dealies. Where are the arm dealies? Are these the arm dealies? These look like the arm dealies. Okay, so I need to be able to disassemble it enough to put these in. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it, but I'm not comprehending what I'm seeing. Okay, so it looks like it's fielder's choice as to when to put in the. Let's do the motherboard side stuff first. Okay, so what is this for? Is this for this is for Intel. Okay, so that does not apply to me. Okay, so the motherboard bracket, I have to use this, not this. So let's look at the motherboard and see how much of that work I have to undo to get this in. Katja, there's your food. Maybe I can get at it from the back. I don't know. If I'm lucky, there will be sufficient access from the back. And if I'm not lucky, I'll have to remove the motherboard entirely. Dude, what's going on? Wait. The guy in the video just kind of pops off like this. There you go. Caught you. What are you doing? Okay, so, let's put the towel down. One of the things I got from the marriage was, oddly enough, lots and lots of towels. I don't know where she got them, but my ex-wife just accumulated all these towels. It was like a thing. Okay, so I definitely have to take the video card out. So that was a waste of time. That means I need to undo this. So we undo this. It's almost like you want all the parts available when you start the build. Who knew? Yep, just pops it out. Okay. So that means undo this. Is there a latch? Yes, there is a latch. I was pricing one of these risers to use on my main PC, thinking I would get like a decent video card and want to mount it in the vertical orientation. And it's like, they're so expensive. The cheapest one that's a Thermaltake brand is $55. And then there's a better one. like $90. It's like, oh my God. So if I want to show off my video card, it's like whatever the video card costs and up to $100 in riser. It's like, I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, so we put you over here and you definitely won't fall. Okay, so we need to take off these little arm dudes. Let's look at the instructions just to be sure. If you're going down 70 Highway, the original Arthur Bryant's is not too far off to stop and eat. Nothing like an easier one. Yeah. Amoya's legal name, as you use it publicly as your identifier, it may not be legal for a document. Well, you know, it is. It works like an alias. So if I have to fill out something and they ask for commonly used aliases or just aliases, I would have to put down Amoya. And yeah, probably Amoyamoyamoya. But yeah, it doesn't have any legal standing, but it does count as an alias. So literally, like Finster would count for Jude, and you know, the alias Maddie would work for Maddie. Wait. Reading. It's really mostly pictures, actually. Okay, so just 2 screws on either end, and then G. Uh-oh. G's, those. I have 4 of those. So let's hope I actually have 4 of those screws, because I was robbed last time. I cannot get over how tiny this board is. I want to make another one. But now I want to make one that's like in a lunchbox sized box. Okay, so there's a metal plate behind this, so I hope it is attached. I think it's actually attached to the CPU mounting frame, so it should stay put. Unless or until Maddie changes her names legally and chooses that name. Well, it's an alias like Amoya is an alias, so she'd have to report that too if she's filling out an application. Although I don't think that has much weight if it's like a civilian job. I don't know, I've never worked. I assume a government job would care about aliases. But if they do background checks on you, I'll bet you I'll ask you if you have any aliases, because that would make their search easier if they knew you had aliases that you could be found under. Ugh. This plastic looks cheaper than this plastic. Femboy girl drumming is anyways. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, it might end up happening anyway, given what's going on in the world, right? They're gonna look for us. They're going off. Oh, am I doing this? I'm doing this wrong. I'm immediately doing this wrong. The orientation of the arms is, oh, how nice. They point in. An inward embrace. Huh. So if I wrote greeting cards, AMD Beckett screw. Is that the formal name of this type of screw? Or is that supposed to be bracket? Where's the letter E relative to the letter R on a QWERTY keyboard? Oh, next to each other. Somebody fat fingered this. I cannot open this. I'm going to take 5 minutes to open this. Real or artificial plastic? The real dino stuff. Oh my God, this is pissing me off. I can't. Katya, I blame you, doggo. Ooh, these are nice. I should get these in titanium to add lightness. Ooh! But then if it's titanium, I can't. It's not. I think titanium is not. You can't magnetize titanium, so actually it would be a bad idea, because if you dropped a screw, you couldn't use your screwdriver to pick it up. Okay, do not tighten. So Amazon is reading my mind. They know that I want a specimen camera, so they put the camera I'm considering, they put it on sale. Just like they put the ObSpot on sale. So it's normally a $130 camera, so now it's $109 or something, so I'ma buy it. Ooh, jeez. Don't scare me like that. Okay, so I just want to make sure it's seated equally before I crank it down. Where's my little torque wrench? That's probably too tight already. Okay, so. Okay, once you put the brackets on, it's ready to go. Wow, that was easy. Okay, so let's see what I need to do to mount the, okay, so they recommend radiator first using fastener A, of which I should use 8. Okay, fastener A, these appear to be fastener A. So I need 8 of them, I believe. Question mark? Yep, 8. Streamer specimens are in high demand. Wow, yeah, I didn't need to imagine that just the way, but I did. So that's in my brain now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's packed as... It's literally 8 in the bag. Oh my God, they read my mind. They read my mind. Wait, what? I will throw lead rock at them if they come looking for me. Lead rock. Jesus Christ, that's the, they should not be involving schools in any of these roundups. I mean, there's got to be places that are off limits, and if ostensibly if the roundup is supposed to be the people that are criminals that commit crimes, the bad people, okay, so you're going after kids in schools. Why? They're not going to say the kids are the criminals, but they'll say, oh, well, the parents might be. So if we get the kids in school, we get the parents because they'll have to come for them. It's like, what a fucking evil thing to do. Fucking evil. Okay, I'm going to make this slightly easier for myself, and I'm going to utilize the feature of this case by removing these pieces here. So let me do this. I'm going to have an explosion of screws if I'm not careful, so let me So these two top spars can be removed. So the only thing that's fixed, I think, are these bits right here. These are the only things that are actually riveted to the front and back plates. Everything else can be removed. So they solved the problem with ITX builds in that the chassis itself can form an obstacle to getting the components in. So it's actually pretty intelligently designed. So, you know, kudos to Cooler Master for the NR200 series, right? Because there's 3 different models in this series, and they're all the same design. So it's actually pretty intelligently put together. And I actually I've used Cooler Master for 3 other builds. I think it's the Q300 XL. So it's a micro tower chassis is what it is, and very well ventilated, really accessible. Not really much in terms of, like, you can add a 3.5-inch hard drive or 2.5-inch, but you can fit a whole MATX motherboard in there. So it actually accommodates a lot of builds. And if you're not obsessed with hard drives like I am, it's perfect. Okay, that appears to be... Oh, which set of holes does this line up with? Gotta line up with the right holes. Okay. So let's just get... We need every femboy adjacent trans streamer to build PC on stream. That should be like... If skirt spinnies is an expectation, well, building a system should be an expectation. Okay, not too tight. Let's get this in so that I can get support on both sides. Okay, I need to train myself to read chat more. Girls are the rest of parent and don't get the kid. The kids end up going home to an empty house with no one there to take care of them, and they don't care about the kids. They don't care about the kids. So, you know, that tells you where their morality is not. It's like they want these people who probably aren't criminals, and they don't care what happens to the kids. And then the Americans that support that are similarly bereft of morals because they don't care about the kids either. To them, it's more important that these people be arrested. You know, notwithstanding the fact that most of these people are not criminals, because in order to be a criminal, you need to be charged with a crime. So however these people are living in the country, it's not a crime to be here illegally. That's a civil matter, which a lot of people don't realize. It's not illegal to be here. It's if they run afoul of our process that makes what they're doing illegal, but they're not actually criminals for being here. And it's a civil matter, not a criminal matter. But, you know, whatever. What can I do about it? Not much. But hey, people got to feel their outrage is justified. Otherwise, how could they do horrible things? That is the crime here. That people are doing inarguably horrible things for really shitty, inhuman reasons. I kind of want to get one of those powered Screwdrivers. But I think the good ones are actually like 50 or 60 bucks, maybe more. I mean, I would buy it at Amazon from, you know, a known Chinese supplier as opposed to like if iFixit sold one, because I don't want to pay their markup. You know, just to have their label on it. It's like, yeah, no thanks. It's just as good if I buy it from the you know, the China company branded thing. I'm not getting anything better by buying it with the iFixit logo on it, you know. You know, all apologies to iFixit, because I've bought stuff from them. But, well, then tariffs are going to affect all the pricing anyway, so whatever. Because as we all know, the foreign governments pay the tariffs. Yep, that's right. The American consumer, nope, doesn't have to bear it. So everyone's avocados are going to get 25% more expensive after this weekend. And if you're buying that order, you better get that order of maple syrup in, because those are going to get 25% more expensive. But Chinese goods, only 10%, which makes you wonder. Why are you being more of an asshole to our actual allies and biggest trading partners and not as much to ostensibly our enemy? It's like, there must be some other reason. I wonder what that reason could be. I'm sure it's just and equitable. Okay, so okay, I will test fit this. Man, I don't like how these cables are just ugly, unpresentable. Wow. Is this better? That doesn't look too bad. TB, really? Wow. I just like that so many water-cooled builds are cropping up that put so much of the water components directly with electronics. You know, that was kind of one of my questions about it too, but like my Arctic water cooler, you know, it spent at least 4 years on my system and there were no leaks. Or if there were leaks, I never noticed them. So, you know, I assume that's a solved problem. Wonder what Finn did with all his tools. Yeah, I'm wondering too, because I gave him a good set. I gave him a nice little socket set, but not a full socket set. I mean, I think it had maybe 10 bits on it, 8 or 10 bits. And it was kind of like a Shishi brand. But man, were they beautiful. But wow, that's actually this is actually not that bad. This is not that bad. Is there a better way to mount this? Is this more betterer? As I scuff the motherboard. So that actually works as well. That actually works as well, but it blocks the view of the mirror like finish on the water block, the pump head. So is this better? I think this is better. Okay, so the video card is going to be sitting right there. So this is going to get smooshed down. So is this better? I think that's just as bad. Yeah, it's just as bad. What about up here? Oh, that might actually be too tight. That actually might not work. There's more tension, there's more tension. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so the tubes want to fight this position more, but does it afford me some clearance here? And it appears to. So if I bought the older version of this case, I wouldn't be having this problem. Okay, so this actually works better. The hoses are up above the video card, so okay. That's how we're gonna do it. So if I got a low profile video card, that would actually be more better. Okay, so we put it on like this, so let's take this off. Okay, so I learned from the new PC. Oh, actually, I learned from the old PC that the blob method was effective. So the blob method should also be effective here on this Ryzen. Sandy Peach Crush, how's it going? Tubes towards the radiator. They're still below the radiator. I know there's a whole argument about you want the pump below the radiator, where the radiator hoses connect. But those aren't absolutes, right? They're recommendations, which means the thing still works even if you don't use it in the recommended orientation. I resist a lot of the superstitions that arise around PC making because, man, there's so many things you can get like really technical about, but if it was that sensitive to installation conditions, we would see lots more failures, or we would see lots more people telling us how this doesn't work, and the instruction manuals would say stuff too. Having said that, what do the instructions here say? Let me look. But if I don't like what it's saying, I'll ignore it. So for the examples that are shown here, it wants us to put the hoses close to the RAM. But I don't like that, because that's like the hoses away from the RAM. Yeah, that displeases me, so I won't do that. Nope, not going to do it. Oh, I should have prepared the screws before I did this. AMD bracket screw, 4 thumb screw caps, 8 chassis screws. I'm using those. So there's different. Oh, I see. Those are motherboard mounting screws. Oh, look, cryo-fuse. Dude, bruh. Add commands to chat. I don't know how to do that stuff. Bald-faced lie. The best kind. The lies that are so obvious that it's like, why are you even lying? No one's gonna believe you. Okay, so, wow, thumb screws have come a long way. They're actually like, well, they're actually like nice looking now. BS detected. Cup harder, Vanna. I've always thought that phrase was really, really insensitive. For all the rude things people say online, that for some reason that one really bothers me the most. Well, not the most, but it seems to me that it smacks the most of disrespect. Cope harder. Like I remember there's the I don't know if you remember when, I forget what that kid's name, but it was when Finn was having a VC thing, and then the kid came on, the 15-year-old who could drive a stick, and Finn couldn't. And Finn was telling him, you know, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And it's like somehow that's not as bad as saying cope harder. It's like cope harder is like, you know, the person's suffering. They're like suffered mental trauma, and you're just telling them you care so little about their trauma that you just want them to deal with more of it. It's like, holy shit. How mean. And that's what a lot of people don't. That's the thing with like the online culture. It's like it's so easy for people to be casually mean. So you've got all these internet tough guys. And sometimes you can't tell the real hard cases from the just the the internet tough guys. And it's the hard cases you've got to worry about, right? Because those people can be fucking scary. This is probably not what they recommend to do, but I'll do it incorrectly first and then see the error of my ways later. I think I can just use that to take up slack. Yeah, I can. Okay, let's do that. Wait, is that just too stupid? Is that too stupid? No, that's too stupid. Let's not do that. Let's not take up slack that way. I'll just run it behind the motherboard and tuck it in the back and hope no one thinks of it. I gotta rush. I gotta hurry. Maddie's gonna be streaming soon. Eesh, this is not attractive. But cables are clearing, so I guess that's good. And then this, let me do this. I need to, oh my God, how am I gonna get my hand in there? Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to reach in there. Wow, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay, let's not tear the insulation off of this. Okay, so now I can roll these up a little bit. to take up a little bit of slack. Something like that.
No cable ties. Okay, if I wrap this safely, it won't touch on the back.
Okay. I wonder if what I need to do is actually temporarily remove this so I can get my hand in there. I think that's what I'll do. How about that? Use the removable feature of these panels to actually facilitate getting the cooler in. Will eventually need for streamers to coordinate their stream times. You know, there almost kind of was. I don't know if you remember in the good old days when Finn streamed regularly. You know, and Cal was streaming like every fucking day. He kind of timed his streams, you know, to work around Finn. I don't think Nano did. I think Maddie and Soko were kind of coordinating at the start of last year. And then the schedule kind of got frozen. And then they kept it, so, you know, it doesn't seem like they coordinated it, but they kind of did in the depths of time. But really, I mean, you should stream when you want to stream, right? And if you overlap somebody, well, you overlap somebody. I think Aster's basically streaming every day too, so she's overlapping everybody or vice versa. Okay, so I should be able to do this. Okay, so let me identify which CPU fan. Ooh, where's the AIO header? CPU fan 2 something. CPU fan 1 something. Let me look at the manual. So 4 and 5. So there's only 3 headers in here for fans. Okay, so what does this micro printing say? They're both the same, CPU fan /WP. That one says, oh my God, getting older sucks. Cha fan 1 WP. So chassis fan. This says CPU fan 1 WP, and this says CPU fan 2 WP. So I assume I'll just use one for the IO and one for the fan. Question mark? Okay, so this is RGB. So we take up the slack. Oops. RGB, the most important feature is RGB. And then I will just randomly plug this one here. I will just cast caution to the wind and then just plug that in willy-nilly. And then I will just hope it doesn't blow up. It's just randomly floating right now, which is a little aggravating. I guess I could tuck it in here. I mean, that's marginally better. Oh, wow, I like that. Excuse me. Let's put this in there. Let's put all the... or should I... No, I'll keep those together, actually. I take that back. I stream on my own schedule. Yeah, exactly. My streams will be about just getting better with turbo and tabulator with stabilized girdle spring. That seems like bullshit to me, but I'm not quite sure, so... Yeah. Exactly, when we could diagnose a fault. And all the components were through hole, as Nikola Tesla intended. Or Alessandro Volta, I don't know, take your pick. I actually want to, I want to learn how to do surface mount soldering. And all the videos make it look so fucking easy, so I know it's not going to be, but, oops. So, you know, maybe when I've settled in Pittsburgh, and I get my like electronics bench set back up, I'll get a rework station, hot air rework station, and start learning myself how to do that. I really shouldn't tighten those up until I have these other screws in. And it's not like I actually have any projects where I need to do surface mount, use surface mount components, but I actually did, by mistake, buy some 50/50 LEDs, and those are, and then I think, what are they, 3812s or something like that? Smart LEDs, the chip on board LEDs. So they actually have you know, a circuit on board that, they're basically the kind of LED that you supply a serial signal to. So ARGB signals, ARGB LEDs use smart LEDs that have chip on board that process the serial information to determine how the LED is lighting up. And they look the same as the passive LEDs, the passive 50/50s, which are just LEDs. But they you know, they're pretty nice because you can, they're RGB LEDs, but you don't have to feed them separate RG and B signals, which is what the 12-volt RGB standard is for. You just feed them plus 5 volts ground and a serial line. And typically there's a serial in and a serial out. But you just feed it a serial line, and then the system driving it has to be smart enough to know how to encode the signal that's going to ride on the serial line. And that instructs the LEDs, you know, what color to light and what intensity to light at. which creates your whole rainbow of colors, right? Okay, so I plugged in the fan, I plugged in the ARGB for the pump block. The screws are in for the radiator. So I just need to plug in the, let's put the video card back in. Because I'm gonna put the fan in and I want the video card already mounted. Because having the video card mounted is easier when you don't have the fan in place. Oh, look how easy it is to pick up the whole thing. It's almost like it's small. Turbo calendar. There are a bunch of prank videos that were made random. Oh, right. I remember the one that I've seen this on a bunch of other channels where it's the guy looking very businesslike standing in front of some big equipment rack thing and he's just spouting bullshit. It's utter bullshit, but it's so convincing. It's so convincing. And you know, that was back in the day before the Dunning-Kruger effect had been, you know, popularized. So you could literally do that shit and people would believe you. Now you've got people on Twitter that just say shit that makes no sense, but they're utterly convicted that it's true, so they must be right. We've got that happening now because, you know, we had the American Airlines CRJ jet and the Black Hawk. You know, people are like asking stupid questions like, how can there only have been one air traffic controller in that whole tower? Doesn't that airport run 24/7? And it's like, no, dumbass. Not only does, you know, DCA not operate 24 hours a day, which your excuse for not knowing that, but there's no way in hell they're going to run in Class B airspace, right? The big boys. They're not going to run a tower in that kind of airspace with literally one controller in it. There will be a team of controllers. So this idiot took the statement where one controller was handling 2 flights and just generalized that to mean that there was literally one controller in the tower. It's like, you fucking idiot. Why would you make that assumption? That's like, why would you make that jump? It's like, it doesn't even make any sense. It's like, were probably many people working in that tower because it is a major airport, one of 3 major airports that serve the DC area. So based on the size of the region it's serving alone, you could make the safe assumption that, yeah, there would be multiple controllers in any given tower at any one point in time. Absolutely, you know, unsupportable that you would think there'd only be one. You know, how stupid are you? You know, if you want to get outraged by something, pick something better. Yeah, so it was one person had to handle these 2 flights, unfortunately. And, you know, I'm not an aviator. I don't have time behind a plane, but, or, you know, I'm piloting a jet, but I heard one possible interpretation is that when they were asked by the controller that if they had traffic in sight, meaning did they see the other plane, meaning the CRJ that they ended up colliding with. Well, there was another American Airlines behind it. I don't know if it was a CRJ jet. That's a commercial regional jet plane. So, you know, much smaller than like 737s or A320s like we're used to seeing. You know, these are like Embraers and Bombardier, the smaller aircraft that serve the small routes. Very common in the eastern seacoast, right? Seaboard. It's entirely possible that there were 2 CRJs, one behind the other, and that when the pilot of the Black Hawk said that they had traffic in sight, they were reporting the wrong traffic. You know, we'll know when they actually do a report, because like right now, it makes no sense for anyone to come to any conclusions, but you know, that's not going to stop a certain president of ours from deciding, because he's got common sense that he knows what happened. It's like, you don't know dick, buddy. You do not know anything. You're talking out of your ass, and you're just using the office of the president to protect you because no one's going to gainsay you. Well, you sound stupid. For the people in the know, you sound stupid. It's like, you don't know that. And common sense does not work that way. Yeah, fuck you and your common sense. Wow, what is this? So this one thing, so this is, I guess, how Cooler Master does it. So they have a single
got a single, oh, you can't see it. They've got this one connector,
but it feeds a regular fan connector and ARGB, and then the ARGB actually has an extension, so if you want to daisy chain the ARGB off of this, you can. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I should use that. I wonder if I should use that. And I really need to be able to remove the fan again. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay, so this end goes in here. Wait, is that right? Let me try to put it in the other way, and if it doesn't fit, then I know it's right. Yep, doesn't fit. Okay, so this is the correct orientation. Whoa, what just happened?
Twoggy 939 is now following.
Twoggy 93, what? Twoggy 9, oh, I missed it. Twoggy 939, thanks for following. Someday I'll learn how to do that. Okay, so that's plugged in. Let me look here. What is the best way to route this? So actually I can do this. I wonder if I could use this for the ARGB on the. Oh, this is fan only. There's no RGB on. There's no RGB on the case fan. It's just fan only. No lights. Okay. So I guess, should I run it around? Is that a good way? Is that a viable way to do this? I could run it. Oh no, it doesn't actually sit nicely there. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so if I do this, I can wrap it around. There's a lot of slack here. I can wrap it around. Okay, let's do it that way. Okay, so I need to. I have to undo all the. I have to undo all these that I just did. Oh my God. Ta-da-da. Is it 4 o'clock yet? I got to end at 4. I got to end at 4 because I don't want to step all over Maddie. Very easy for her to get underfoot. Yeah, CRJ's got jets now. A whole line. Bombardier makes a really nice line of commercial regional jets, and so does Embraer in Brazil. So Bombardier is Canadian. So the same company that makes the is it Snowcats? But the snowmobiles, same company, different division. Just like Mitsubishi had and Honda have they have small jet divisions. But Embraer, which is a Brazilian company, and they're huge in terms of regional jets. So the E series, in the U.S. they had the E170 and 175, or is it 65 and 75? I forget the model numbers, and then in Europe the 190 and 195s are more popular. They're larger, which probably means it makes more sense, with the European traffic and the number of. The length of the routes and how wide the routes are, which is different than in the U.S., which is not obvious to people that don't look at aviation circles, that, all jets are not made equally. So, a 737 and an A320 are really useful, but they're not always the most cost effective based on the passengers on any given route and, both the distance, the length of the route, and then the kind of passenger traffic you get. So I don't know if you can see it, but here's a fan header, and right next to it is another fan header. Here is an ARGB header, and here's another ARGB header. So I have the option
of plugging this thing in, it's ARGB header, and then daisy chaining this off of it, or I can leave that as is and just plug this in, which is what I'm going to do. And then I'll just use the other fan header as is. You know, I don't have, there's no orthodoxy I have to follow here, right? I'm not going to run afoul of the emperor on this one. Ugh. No heresy. What was that line? What did the man say? No problems, only solutions. Let me put. Let me get some cable control going here. Where's the short one that I cut off the other day? You know, it's funny you say take it back, because I happen to have here two, and they're Cooler Master, so they're the correct brand. They're motherfucker 120 Halo 2 wide edition fans. I was going to return these, but I will say no more. Get. Wow, imagine if I was actually competent at this task. There's so many videos on YouTube of people using this case or the earlier versions of it. It's like, no joke, actually a popular case. So the case I used for my new PC was a Thermaltake Series 500, and there's videos about that. So for once in my life, I bought two cases that are actually in popular use, and popular enough that people have made videos of their builds. And not just random dudes making their, recording their builds. The sites that do those, the channels that do those really fancy boutique-looking builds, and they're like mostly photo studios, but they do builds on the side, and they just make it look beautiful as they do it. So it's not just random Joes doing it. It's the presentation quality sites doing it. It's like, wow, I actually got a decent case. So that's kind of fanboy-y, where it's like it doesn't really matter what case you get, right? Just get what works for you. But for once, I was able to get on the bandwagon without realizing it. Okay. So I need to get some of this cabling under control, because I need the minimum length here. I don't need to. I can probably do it, attached it here too. Let me attach it there as well. I'm just using these awful leftover wire ties, which I know people frown on, because it's like, oh, I would use those. They've been twisted and used. It's like, whatever. Still works. And they're black too, right? So it's like, it actually creates a nice contrast with the white components. Because contrast is interesting, as well as uniformity. The juxtaposition of the snow white with the black cabling. Creates an interesting visual dynamic that allows us to appreciate the banal mundanity of this installation. Oh, I don't like this. The fuck? Ugh. 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 Oh, what a hateful situation. I don't like this. Blossom is streaming, merge plots, same altitude, same speed. Is this a thermal tape case? No, Sonny, this is a Cooler Master. So oddly enough, I've my personal builds have been in thermal tape cases, but I've done the ones I built that were like used for actual, an actual business. They've been Cooler Master cases. So not that I have extensive build experience. It's like the few I've done in the last few years have either been in Thermaltake or Cooler Master. Cooler Master is a really good brand for just the wide variety of cases they make. More so than Thermaltake. That being said, Thermaltake makes this dual system chassis, so it's humongous. But it's intended for 2 complete systems to be installed in it. So literally 2 sets of motherboards, 2 sets of CPU, memory hard, the whole deal. Just 2 complete systems in 1 chassis. So if you absolutely cannot do it with a virtual machine, just build 2 in the box. And I don't know if you remember, but SodaCat built, his big gooning system was actually a dual system. He built I forget what the division of labor is, but in the 1 chassis he's got 2 complete systems, but they're not identical systems. So there was some division of labor. So one of them might have been for streaming and media consumption, and one was for editing. But it had hardlines in it. So the dude spent the money on a very impressive system. He was not. You just don't stumble into building a system like that. I mean, if you did it with regular coolers, water cooler or air cooler, that's one thing. But man, you're doing hard lines, you actually have to measure those. I'm sure I'm going to have to unscrew these 8 screws again, but whatever. There are rack mount chassis that are dual mini ITX. Yeah, I believe it. That makes sense. ITX is such a great form factor because a lot of problems can be solved. A lot of computing problems can be solved these days with. Really, you don't need much storage, right? You just need enough to boot off of. And what you really want on that board is memory and compute power. You need something to boot off of, and maybe an SSD that's got room for caching. But everything else you can put out on the network. So it's like ITX is like the perfect solution for that, because you can put an arbitrarily large amount of power, compute power, on an ITX motherboard. You use 32 megabyte DIMMs. That's 64 gigabytes in the 2 slots you have. Yep, it's a good thing I need to loosen this a bit. So I remember in the old days, like when we were like, I remember I wanted to figure out how the company could do its own website. But back then, what the prepress vendors would sell you for a system, they would sell you a server, but no one was building graphic arts oriented stuff. So what they were doing was taking what they would be selling into business enterprises. They would be selling their, it would be Silicon Graphics, SGI, or it could be Sun. But they were just taking their servers that they would sell into data centers or universities, and they were just repackaging it for prepress. And there's no repackaging, right? All they're doing is selling you a server, and they're running AppleShare on top of it, or NFS. But those machines would be huge, both physically huge, and they'd have all kinds of compute power, all kinds of RAM, and all kinds of storage, because you did everything in the box. And you basically built a really strong basket, a big basket that did everything. You didn't divide up your labor. So I guess it would be what you'd be doing now, like if you had like a 28 core Xeon, and then you build that machine specifically because you're going to run VMs on it, and you're going to dedicate like 8 CPU cores to this, and then 8 CPU cores to this, and the Xeons have three channel memory, so you'll have like an arbitrarily large amount of memory attached, like 512 gigabytes of RAM or some ridiculous shit like that. But now it doesn't make sense to do that. Well, it does in certain environments, but at home, why would you do that? You don't have to, because it's easy and cheap to buy lots of little PCs to do the work. Which kind of begs the question, because the people doing that kind of work at home are probably running home labs. They are computing enthusiasts that are doing other things. They're not just video game players. Video game players play the old everything in one box, everything in one place basket. Okay, so I have a nominally cable managed system here. So this is what's going on behind on what would be the back side. And then on the inside, okay, that's not cable managed at all. Wow, I'm gonna have to spend time with this. Yeah, I gotta spend time with this. Will I be able to get my hand in there to plug in the last header? I don't think I will. Hang on, where is it? I could barely get my hands in there, holy shit. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take out, to plug in the fan header is right here. So I need to take out, you guys can't see it, I need to take out the riser. So now I can reach that fan header. So the fan is over here. So let's undo this a bit. So I'll have to cable manage it from the other side. Okay, so I really don't want to immobilize this cable that much, because in order to make it easy to remove, I don't want to immobilize it by over controlling it. So let me see, how is the this? I don't know if you can see that, but I'm pointing right at the header. Okay, I believe that's on. Okay, so the wire would generally do this, and then I put the riser back in. I don't know if that's fully seated in the front yet. Hang on, let me give it a little push. Okay. Okay, so now I can attach the video card. Which is a GTX 1050 Ti, circa 2018, probably earlier. So, okay, so this, I'm gonna come back and clean this up later. I'm not gonna do that in front of you because I probably want to get out some Velcro fasteners for that, which I don't have readily to hand. Is that dog hair? Why is there dog hair on this thing? Okay, so let us screw that in. Was there a white matching version of the GPU? There's a number of white GPUs, starting with like 3060s and 4060s. You know, just add money, right? But like I said before, I don't know what the recipient is going to want for video, for like performance. So, and I'm having a mental block about spending money on the GPU. So it's like I kind of don't want to buy a nice GPU for this build. I might buy one for my PC, which would free up my 1660, which is still not a very good CPU or GPU, but would be better than this. But at the same time, it's the same question. It's like, well, what does the recipient want? Well, I don't know. So I might, once this thing is working, I'll tell the recipient that, hey, the thing's running, you know, how much do you think you can afford to pay me? And then how much do you want to put towards the video card? Do you want me to buy it and put it in, or do you want to buy it and put it in yourself? You know, I'll give you a system that works, but, you know, it won't be able to play the latest games. What am I doing wrong? Oh wow, why does not sit correctly? Is it hanging on something? Yeesh. Yeesh. You know what, actually, let me leave the side panel, this other side panel off to let out the smoke if the smoke test catastrophically fails. And we get actual smoke. Okay, let's get the beef jerky out of the way. This single here. This I can put away. Oh, that's not a good sign. Okay, so. Oh, what happened here? Something fell. All right, so there are cables behind here. I just need to make some room to get at them. So. Let's see, let's do the. Okay, AIO and fans are plugged in. Bottom fans are plugged in, but are being interfered with by the cabling, so that'll make a big buzzing noise when that starts up. So that's not a good thing. Oh wow, that is not a good thing at all. Wait, can I? Can I get away with it? Hang on. I'm trying to cheat the cable management here a little. So I want to pull this cable out of the way of the fan for now, since it can actually rest on the fan blade, which would not be a good thing. Okay, so I am going to plug in the power. Is the power supply on? Question mark. Okay, I will turn the power supply off, but I will plug it in the mains. And then I have here display port, and there's display port on the 1050. Alrighty. Okay, so let's plug in the really fancy keyboard. Whoop. What are you destroying, Coco? Then I have a really fancy mouse. Jesus. There you go. Okay, we got a mouse, we got a keyboard. Let me turn the monitor on. Okay, I'm gonna enable. Power supply's turned on, so I just have to hit the button and we see what happens. We hit the button. Oh, it's on. Okay, source. Oh, I wanted display port. Okay, waiting for the, it's not initialized yet. The keyboard's still dead, so the fans are turning and the RGB is working. I'll show you in a second. Wow, it's not up yet. But here's what I'm seeing. Ooh, why is that light flashing? Okay, something's going on. Okay. Wow, it is incredibly ugly looking. But let's see what we get here. If I there you go. There you go, there you go. Okay, let me put you guys back on the stand. All right, so that's good news. It's showing the BIOS and it's not, the screen appears to be stable. But I'm talking to the people, Coco. I'm not talking to myself. So processor type, Ryzen 7 7700X, 8 core, max speed 5550 megahertz, 32 gigabytes RAM. RAM is working at 4800 megahertz. That might not be. Should I play with this stuff right now? Let me not mess with this now. let's not mess with this now. Oh wow, what do all these words mean? 3 fans are detected and turning. Oh, wow. Actually, now that I think about it, why isn't the... there's no report of the SSD. Shouldn't I see that somewhere? That's actually kind of scary. Why don't I see... There could be a problem. Yeah, SSD's not showing up. Okay, well... Let me just let this thing sit, because I just realized that I don't have the boot media ready. So I will make that while we wait. So I need to make a let me see what I've got here in the... I've got Windows installer. Hang on. So I have Windows 11 installer, no minimum RAM required, no TPM. Okay, but I need to make a version of this installer that actually does not require Windows Live. So I have to make an installer for that. No minimum RAM requirement, TPM. Actually, you know what? I'll just reuse this one. I've still got to write the bootloader on the installer, but I'll just reuse this one instead of making a fresh one. Okay, back to the new computer. Watch out, watch out, watch out, you're gonna get run over. Okay, hello, hello. So I plug this in. It is almost 3 o'clock. Okay, good time, good time. I should have time to install the OS. Okay, so I gotta run. Oh, I have to navigate to it. So it's drive P. Software, Windows, standalone apps, Rufus. Okay, that's the correct device. I need to select the ISO. Windows, software, Microsoft, Win11 24H2, there it is. Okay, now, so Rufus, I'll tell Rufus now to, okay, P drive. Okay, so this is the fancy name of the existing Windows installer USB disk I made. So this is the installer I made for the Alpaplex PC. So I disabled TPM requirement and the low RAM requirement, but I left the Windows Live account requirement. Well, I don't want that on this machine, so rather than make up a whole new USB disk, I'll just go ahead and redo this disk, but turn on the options I want. So let me see if you can, I can give that one to you to look at. Okay, I can't select what it's doing. but I can do this. I can just do display capture. There you go. So when I hit start on Rufus, it gave me this. So I want to remove the requirement for 4 gig RAM, secure boot, and TPM. Remove requirement for an online Microsoft account. Create a local account with username, not my name. Oh no. We call this admin. I have no good name for this. Set regional options the same as this user's. No. Disable data collection? Yeah. Disable BitLocker? Yeah. So, okay, we let this guy do its thing. I'll turn off display capture, so. What are you doing? Excuse me. Shall the gods have mercy on thy build and allow it to boot up first try? You know, I don't know. The fact that I didn't see the SSD drive is giving me some concern. It's doing me a concern. But when I reboot it with the install USB drive in, we'll see if it sees it then. I will worry when it's time to worry. Mm-mm. 52%. Take a look at something here. Rel is streaming, Blossom is streaming, IFA B is streaming, and I am streaming. Okay. We're so close, so close. I assume it's just running like an XML file or something that has the those customizations it speaks of. Ugh. That notification for an email, but you know, it's for my dad, you know, my dad who recently passed, and it's like, oh, I just needed to still see that. Okay. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. All right, so now we plug this in. Where is the boot control? Boot. Wow. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh wow, that was a bad cough. Not quite a lung, but NVMe configuration. Ah, here we go. So it does see it. It does see the Samsung SSD 990 EVO 1 terabyte. Okay, so that's good. So it, I was just, I was looking for it on the main screen. Oh, interesting. Don't need that. Well, yeah, I didn't make any changes. Oh, now I know. So the this serves as both power and drive activity. So it was flashing earlier, and I was wondering why. And we get Windows. Woohoo! I would like to install Windows 11. I agree, everything will be deleted, including my brain. Okay, I don't have a key yet. I'll get you your key. I want to put in Pro. We're all professionals here. Oh, interesting. Why did this not appear when I was installing this on the Optiplex? What a mystery. Okay, anyway. Yes, I agree. Searching for this. Okay, so I'm carefully scrutinizing this list to make sure that what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing. Okay, so I want it on the unallocated space. Okay. Oh wait, do I actually have to format it first? Oh wait, I think it's cooking. It's cooking. Okay, your PC will start several times. This might take a while. 10% complete. Okay, so while we're waiting, let me go ahead and purchase, so you guys can kind of see the, progress of it. Let me purchase a license key for this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's something in the back of my throat. And not something nice. Okay, so let me get my my key. And it's called Keys Direct. Keys Direct. Let's log in. Oh wow, that's very doxy. Order, last order. Can I reorder? Nope, I've got to pick it again. So Windows 11 Pro, $9.99. Pay now. So let's close this out. Your order's confirmed. Okay. That was way too easy to spend $10. Okay, those email notifications are the keys coming in. Oh my God, sorry about that. Okay, so let me go to my email program. Hey, quiet. Quiet, you. What are you barking at? Hey, quiet. Hey. What are you barking at? Ah, here it is. It took a second for the Keys Direct sent me 2 emails, but the third email that took a second to arrive is got the actual key information. So that just popped in. So let me go ahead and store this in my thingy. You're not even facing the window and you're barking. Why? 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 Delete column. And then purchase for Cooler Master build. Cooler Master NR 200P E2 build. Alrighty, and then there it is. So I got this. All right, so let me quiet you. I will take a picture of this because it might be the fastest way for me to transfer this information over. Okay. Quiet you. Okay, so let me go back to the new Windows machine. Is this the right country or region? Yes. Is this the right keyboard? Yes. Skip. Meadows. Oh my God, what is the, oh my God, what's the password here? I do not know. Let me, what? Wi-Fi. Okay, is there a cat out there? What's going on? Oh, they see a human being on the other side of the road. Kata, you're asleep. Stop barking. How far can it point down? Oh, quite a ways. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so admin, the password expired and must be changed. So we changed the password. Beef stew. Beef stew. I'm gonna totally forget this. Very secure password. Ha! Hi. Getting things ready for you. Oh, I like that font. Katya, you're asleep. Be quiet. You with the freaking claws making the scratchy noise on the floor. I rebuke you. This might take a few minutes. Okay. Okay, I can put this in there. You want something to eat? You want something to eat? Starve longer, doggo. Almost there. Oh, and here we are. Windows 11. Wow. Wow. Do you want a one-step install the latest drivers simply from Auto Driver Install? Sure. Wow. Wow. What is she doing? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Now I have to install. Oh my God. I hate this part. It wants AMD chipset driver, AMD onboard VGA, MediaTek Bluetooth driver, HD audio driver, and application. Yep, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's fine. Excuse me. So this is actually working out nice. It's got the much hated Windows 11 start menu. God, I hate that thing. Let me write down the password so that when I forget, I will have a place to go. Oh, too late, I already forgot. I forgot. Mm-mm-mm. Why is this not going in? Da, da, da. Let me put these away while we are waiting. Wait, it can't be done. There's no way it can be done. Oh, there it is. Downloading AMD onboard VGA driver. Downloading 8 gigabytes of data. Get wrecked. Okay, let me put the cover back on. Oh, how tragic. You can't see the RGB RAM. Oh, this case is awful. This case is awful. I should get the other case. Oh, this is awful. I regret everything about it. Oh my God. Recrimination, guilt, distress. I guess that's not so bad. Okay. Watch out, little dog. You're gonna get crushed. Excuse me. You will get crushed. Ooh. 15 hours. Okay, right on time. Maddie at this moment is showering because she's stinky and she has to shower. What is this for? What is this for? No idea. I'll keep these things together. Why not? She is stinky, 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 stinky. Speaking of stinky streamers, let me tell you about Peachy and Soko. Okay. All right, so I have this here, and I have this here. That's a good place for it. I've got, this is another project I'm still working on. Cable. Downloading onboard VGA driver. Oh wow, that's only the second item. Well, I'm just gonna let this run, and I guess the rest of the stream I'm just gonna wait until Maddie goes live, and then I'll raid her. So I'll do as much of the I'll stream as much of this install process, and then just when Maddie goes live, I'll end. But I'll keep doing this in the background. So that's kind of that's a good sign. It worked. Everything worked the first time. It's just it needs a lot of cable management, but I'll take care of that later. Oh man, that sucks. How you can't see all the RAM. You can see the the light, but you don't see the RAM directly. Anyway, no big deal. No big deal. Okay, so it's this beef jerky is making me choke. I need something more moist than the beef jerky. Okay, that was a tech support call. Installing AMD chipset driver. Oh, did it download all 4 bits? Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Let me unplug this. That's just so freaky that it follows me around. Oh, that doesn't do what I thought it did. Okay, so let me copy and paste the license info here so that I don't have to type it all out. Okay, something just happened. Installation has been successfully completed. For further drivers and utilities, please enter BIOS setup manual for. Oh yeah, you know, actually there's actually a ton of, let me put them on this. I should have done this. I should have done this earlier. Oh, hang on. My little tech support call got a response. It's not doing this. Sometimes I I would turn off the computer, press and hold power button until it turns off. Okay, so let me copy. And then the software. Where did I put that stuff? Oh boy. Oh God, where did I put all that stuff? I downloaded all the drivers, but where did I put it? Oh no. Oh no, where did I put it? Is it computer related? NAS, i7 Ryzen? No. Oh my gosh, where did I put all that stuff? Search Windows for ASRock. I downloaded all the drivers. Where did I put them? Okay, so I have no idea where all that stuff I downloaded is. Is it just in the downloads folder? Oh, look, there's a whole ass folder called ASRock. I put it in the download folder. Stupid. Holy shit, this is fast. Okay, so let me switch back to the, watch out, backing up. Okay, let me switch back over to the new box. So this says installation successful for further drivers. Okay, yeah, we don't need to do that. So now I need to do some Windowsy stuff here. Settings. Sign into your Microsoft account now. No. How about no? We want to activate now. And there's that. Text document has the license. Don't crib my license. No product key was found. No shit. So interesting thing happened when I was installing the Optiplex, because I either missed it or it didn't give me the choice. It installed Windows 11 Home. So when I went to apply the new key, which I purchased for Windows Pro, it wouldn't accept it because the installed system was Windows Home. But there's a process where you take it off the network, you give it a bogus code, and then it allows Windows to update itself to become Windows Pro. So it just enables whatever it's disabled to make it home. So when you're done, you have a deactivated, unactivated Windows Pro. And then at that point, you can reconnect to the network if you want. You can reconnect to the network, you can apply the key you bought, and now it's a licensed Windows Pro. And then because it's connected to the network, now you can start downloading the various updates. But this system, actually, I actually picked Pro from the start. So all I'd have to do is apply the activation key, and it has worked. So this is a running system. I'm done. I can give it to the person and say, good luck. Let's see what else I got here. I've got software. Oh my God, I totally spelled software as in clothing you wear, not wares as in goods. Blazing OC tuner, chipset. Oh, let me personalize some deals on the desktop. Desktop icons. Turn on computer user file. There you go. So this is the user admin. This is a small white PC. Okay, so let me look at what the, I want to see what the device manager says for what is working and what's not working. So that'll tell me what drivers I need to install, if any. Wow, it found drivers for everything? What? Okay, so should I install the, if I install the NVIDIA driver to support the card, I'll have to DDU out those drivers if I end up getting an AMD for this. I wonder if I should just do this. Realtek LAN. Ooh, Windows 10. No bueno. Let me check something on here. You know, while I'm here, let me download Firefox because we sure as hell don't want to be using Edge. Continue without this data. Go F yourself. F yourself. Firefox.com. Alrighty, let's install that. Let me get some headphones so I can listen to the, to see if the audio is connected properly. Is it Maddie time yet? 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Choo, choo, choo. Da, da, da. Oh, this computer is so cute. It's so cute. I love it. But I hate it. What do you want, doggo? What do you want, doggo? Do you submit to be carried? Wow, Firefox is taking its time to install. Jeez. Jeez Louise. What are you sniffing? What are you sniff-snoffing? That's illegal sniff-snoffing. Small white PC. UEFI NTFS. Ugh, what an awful name. Wait, why does it see? Well, that's interesting. Oh, wow. Who put that partition on there? This partition was created by Rufus. It is used for booting NTFS and exFAT partitions. Oh, it's that's associated with the boot USB, the USB drive. Interesting. Okay, so let me do this. Let me copy. I will copy the software, the motherboard stuff here. Copy. Okay. So I won't need the USB drive attached anymore. Okay, you gotta get back on your feet, buddy. I need both hands. Ugh. Over here. Keeping it safe, pin Firefox to the taskbar, default browser, import previous browser. There is no previous browser. Get wrecked. Start browsing. YouTube.com. Try searching to get started. Amoyamoyamoya, so cool.
Okay, sound is working. Wow, okay. So this PC is done. But for the cable management, which I will do later. Is Amoya and Soko. That's my go-to Soko clip. Soko really does sus shit well. And I don't know if she planned what she did there, but it was really effective. So yeah, this new PC is set up. It's just tidying it up. It's doing more install on Windows, and I don't know if I want to put a copy of my Start 11 program here, because I really hate this fucking Windows 11 default. But I mean, it's just like out of the box. It's working. Oh, that's so beautiful. Ooh, 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 oh, oh, oh. I like it. Okay, so we throw this away. We'll get rid of Copilot. FU. We'll get rid of Edge. FU. We put this over here. We get rid of the store. FU. Outlook. FU. Okay. So if I pin this to the start, can I put it over here? Okay. Edge. Unpin from start. I should just unpin all this shit. Xbox, unpin. Solitaire, unpin. Paint, unpin. LinkedIn, how much did they pay to get that position? Microsoft 365 Office. I have a license, but I'm not gonna put that on here. And we put settings. We'll put settings first. Settings are very important. And we put File Explorer. All right, there you go. Only 8 things allowed to be pinned. Oh, the clock was off earlier. Oh, here, it's correct now. I wonder if that updated the motherboard clock, though, the hardware clock. Wow, this is really tidy. This is really tidy. Holy shit. Wow, are those like tortillas? So anyway, I'm just gonna let this system sit here, burning in. Is the AC cord long enough to reach? Oh no, we're at the limit here. So I can't really pull it straight. Straight. Yeah, so it just needs the nice stuff. So when Maddie's stream starts, I'll I'll end stream, and then I'll work on the PC. I'll probably try to figure out some of the cable management, since it's a mess. And I'm tempted to open one of these because it's an RGB fan. And I bought 2 of these thinking I was going to use them at the top of the case, but now that there's a water cooler, there's no need for these, but I could put both of these at the bottom of the case
Of course, one of them is going to be immediately blocked by the riser cable, but it will still suck air into the case, and the air will still move around, just not effectively. So I could replace the plain fan at the bottom with these two RGB fans. Or I can just do what I was gonna do, which is just return these, because I think these are like $23 a piece. And yeah, I'll just return these. I have a lot of this PC and the PC and the NAS I just built. I have spare parts for when I change my mind about what I was gonna do. Like, I've got two 1 terabyte SSDs that I bought thinking that I was building an unraid box. Well, I built TrueNAS, so I just bought a smaller SSD, and those two 1 terabyte SSDs are out of work, so I got to return those. And there's a 1 terabyte SSD I bought for this thing that I need to return as well. Where did I put those returns, by the way? I need those ready to hand so that I don't have to search for them like I'm doing now. Oh my God, where did I? Oh, you're there. So here's 3 terabytes of SSD. This was bought, and I need to return it because I bought a lower end model to save some money. Still fast, but not as fast as this. And then these, I bought 2 of these for the 7150 megabyte per second. I bought 2 of these for the Unraid server, so I don't need those. What does this one say? This one says 7450 megabyte per second. So these are fast SSDs. So I'm returning these, and then I'll return the fans. So get some of that money back. My tech support call can't respond. Let me answer it. I don't know. Sure, I can come by after my blood draw on Monday. In the afternoon. Sorry. Are you very experienced with building PCs? I have a query, sir. I won't say very experienced. I've done my share. Hello, I'm down here. Hello. I've done my share of building it, so I have practical experience, but it's not extensive. But I mean, go ahead and ask. If I don't know the answer, I won't bullshit you. Or maybe I will and make it convincing. I don't know. Hi, dork. How do you pronounce that? But yeah, if you're still there, go ahead and ask your question, and we'll see what happens. Somebody might know in chat too. Oh, God. Dumb. You are resilient and you will come out of this stronger. It's okay to take a break from your normal routine during this time and to focus on your own needs. I'm just needing help with the orientation of the pumps of the AIO if I'm mounting the radiator above. Oh wow, that was actually mentioned earlier in the stream. The only soft recommendation I've read about and seen in YouTube videos is that at the point where the hoses touch the radiator, you want that to be higher than the pump in the pump block. The unit that sits on the CPU is where the pump block is, or that's the pump block.
iHiDork is now following.
There you go. Thanks for following. So if you want to follow that rule, I mean, it's important to know that it will still work. It's a sealed system, so it will still work in any orientation, but with the idea that there is going to be an air bubble in the system, and that air will eventually get into the system, you want the air to be trapped at the top of the system. So where they suggest that be should be at the top of the radiator. Now, very rarely will the pump block be higher than the radiator unless you mount it so that the hoses of the radiator are down towards the bottom of the PC. So more than likely, an accidental installation of an AIO without thinking about orientation will be okay. But if you want to adhere to the recommendation, just make sure that one, the radiator generally is above the pump block, and that two, where the hoses enter the radiator should definitely be above the pump block. That way, when any air that's in the system now, or any air that gets into the system eventually, will end up above the pump block and above the working part of the radiator. So, and that's all reasonable, and it makes sense. You know, the worst case condition or scenario would be if the pump block was the highest point in the system, the circuit. So the circuit formed by the hoses going into and out of the radiator. So the worst case would be is if your pump block was higher because you oriented the radiator lower. Now, if you put the pump block on the CPU and the radiator is up here, right? How do you see that? Yeah. So the radiator is up higher. Well, the air is going to want to go to the higher thing. So if the hoses to the radiator are down here, eventually the air is going to migrate to the top of the radiator, which will create a cavity, which I still don't see how it's a problem. So yeah. And a lot of the videos will make you think like it's a do or die, and it really isn't. It's a closed circuit. It's just that if you have any control at all, and if you want to make, you know, like an affirmative choice, just make sure the pump block is lower than the radiator, and that the well, that's really it. Pump block lower than the radiator. Now, if you mount the radiator, so if the radiator is mounted at the top of the case, it's going to be above the pump block, which will blow it. But if you're mounting the radiator on the side, then you have the choice of, are the hoses to the radiator at the top, or are they at the bottom? So that's where the anomalous condition could come in. So if at all possible, you want to make sure the radiator hoses are at the top of the radiator, if you're mounting the radiator vertically, right? But if you're mounting the radiator at the top, it's above the pump block, so you're good. Now, if you're mounting the radiator at the bottom, which is uncommon but possible, then the pump block is automatically at the top, and so that's an illegal setup. It will technically still work. So, but if you can help it, maybe not do that. But yeah, air cooling is so much easier. Like I built an NAS a few weeks ago, and so that was my old PC, which had a water cooler in it. And I just took that out and replaced it with a fan, with an air cooler. And it's like so much simpler. No, you're welcome. You're very welcome. I depend on technology that I know nothing about. Well, you know, how is that different from, like, you know, if you've got a smartphone, you probably don't know much about the guts in there, right? You know, when it comes down to it, there's lots of tech people that have no clue about they have no real clue about the stuff that underlies their day-to-day existence. Because, you know, a computer programmer is not a computer engineer, and a computer engineer is not an electronic engineer. So there's a lot of missing info that we, as just consumers, we are at the mercy of engineers. Getting ready to set these 10 Lee SL Infinity fans, that's my company. Yeah, the cording is freaky. But you know what's cool is, if the wiring is already set up for daisy chaining, so instead of just having I'll assume there's no RGB, so it's just fan. So you're just going to have a 3 or 4 conductor cable coming out of the fan, but it's literally just the connector, right? Now, what they're doing now these days, and what is worth paying for, is if you've got a daisy chain feature. So instead of just a single connector coming out, you've got the opposite gender connector also attached. So you can plug another fan onto this. You can daisy chain another fan onto this. Well, you can daisy chain your AIO into that, because the AIO works on a 3 or a 4 wire system. So that's actually what's worth it in the newer fans over what they would sell, 5 or longer, more years ago, where they now have daisy chain connectors. So they just spend the extra money to give you a male and a female on the cable, so that you can plug it in any, not direction's the wrong word, but if that fan is the first thing in the circuit, well, you can plug one onto its daisy chain connector, and then you can plug the next one onto that one's daisy chain connector. But just keep in mind that it's probably not a good idea to go too many down, because as you go further and further down, there'll be a slight voltage drop as you go from unit to unit to unit. So if you had 10 fans in a daisy chain like that, the fan at the end it's not gonna see the full 12 volts. It'll see less than 12 volts. It'll still work. It just won't work as well as the first 5. So, but daisy chaining 3 or 4 is fine. It's fine. And you can get away with 10, like I was saying, but you have to have a big case to have 10 fans. And it works. They do it for the RGB connector. So the last 2 machines I put together here, they use ARGB, the 3-wire RGB, and they all have daisy chain connectors. So it's cool. I don't have to buy a separate splitter, which is what you did in the old days. You would have to buy a board that's just a PCB that takes one chassis fan header and breaks it out into 20 fan headers. And it's like, okay, cool. It's just you still have to run all the wire to the same point. With daisy chain, it's all just in a sequence. If in the pre-daisy chain era, you just had to run all the wires to a central point, and then that works. But then if you're into cable management and you want to do it nicely, having to run really long fan cables all up and down your case to get to the central location where the splitter is can be a problem. But the manufacturers have caught up to reality, and so they put long cables on there. Of course, you pay for the long cables by having to cinch those up when you're closing up the box. I'm reading over there, but I can also over here. Can I just aim a box fan at my PC? Yes, that will work, actually. You still want to put a heatsink on your CPU, but if you really didn't want to put a fan on it, you could point your box fan at the PC, take the side off, and hope you don't have cats. Yeah, 3 sets of 3 daisy chain and 1 in the back. That's fine. That's fine. Let me look up that. I don't know what that is. I've been noticing that on these PC build videos on YouTube. It's like they're always mentioning these world famous cases, and it's like, wow, everyone just knows these cases. Oh, hang on. Trapezoid shaped for horizontal desktop and vertical tower setup. Isn't it just a rectangle? Wow, 426 millimeters. Takes a big boy. Dual chamber chassis, which is like a legitimate improvement. Front and side panoramic tempered glass panels. I'm not as big a fan of glass panels anymore because you can't breathe through glass. But like the Thermaltake Series 500 case I have for my new PC, it has a glass door on the presentation side, but everywhere else it's perforated steel. So it allows me to have my cake and eat it too. This is a nice looking case. This is definitely meant for presentation. Oh, look at that. Why is it trapezoid shape for horizontal desktop and vertical?
It's a rectangle. Like everything else, it's a rectangular solid. It's why? Why? You can put it sideways on its back. Okay, it seems to me that's just marketing speak. I mean, I'm not criticizing you. I'm criticizing their language. My priority with cases used to be lots and lots of hard drive slots, but I've like evolved beyond that by finally building the NAS that I've always wanted to build. So now that I have a NAS, I don't have to have, like I used to have 5 hard drives in my old PC, right? 3.5-inch hard drives. And now I don't, because I can just, you know, I built the NAS, it's got brand new drives in it, so all my storage is in there. Now, I'll be the first to admit I'm still back. I have to back up the NAS somewhere, and that's going to external hard drives. But I don't need to have a PC that holds lots and lots of hard drives anymore. So that's nice. It's weird on its side because it takes up too much room. Yeah, and you know, Thermaltake's got their, they've got I forget what they call it, but it's one of those like aquarium style cases, which is mostly glass. And it's beautiful, and it does have a horizontal mode where you spend $30 more and you get a frame for it, and you can mount it horizontally on your desktop, which is great if you've got that much room on your desktop. And it's like, who's got that much room on their desktop? But you know, some people are able to design their working environment around their computer, right? You know, it doesn't get developed organically, which is the case with most people, where you have a desk and you add this and you add that. But some people build their thing from scratch. So yeah, they set up their desk so that, yeah, right here, boom, PC, right by here, monitor, and I'll put a monitor up here and I'll put a monitor over here. Like I can't do that. So I have a monitor in front of me, then I have one to my left, and then that's on this desk, and then I have a desk next to me, which is the desk that's on the other camera view. Let me turn this off. So this camera view here, am I pointing at it? Yeah, so I'm pointing at it. That's on the desk to my right. Well, I could put a monitor right here, but I kind of want to not do that. So I could put a PC here, but I don't want to because I want to use this desk. But you know, I'm going to be moving to a new place soon, or at the end of the year, and so in that place, I expect to only have one desk worth of space. So I'll probably retain what I've got here, and keep my PC on the floor. Seriously, I don't have enough room. I'm gonna have, you know, what I did is I put my PC on the ground. So while this auxiliary camera is still working, let me so that is just a Rubbermaid brand 12-inch, I think by 24-inch shelf. And so I just put those 2x2s under it to make an elevated platform. So that's what my computer sits on. So that lets me put it on the ground and then avoid having its intakes directly sucking up dust off the carpet. Now, over here, this was my old PC, but it's now a NAS. But it has the same kind of shelving thing, and I just bought casters and screwed them on. So that shelving unit or skateboard can move. But yeah, see, that's my old PC. It's just a NAS. It's just full of hard drives now. Full of hard drives, and it's got an air cooler. Yeah, no video card. You know, it just uses the iGPU. But you know, I don't feel the need to display my PC prominently because, you know, I'm not working in an office, and I'm not, you know, I'm not that kind of streamer where I need to show that stuff. And for what it's worth, you know, for a streamer, typically you don't see their monitor because the monitor is in front of them and it's off camera. Hey, why did this
Why did this go blank? Oh, okay. That's a new PC. So if it's off, it's like, oh, I hope it's off because it's screen saving. Yeah, dude, it's totally cheap. I mean, just go to Home Depot or Lowe's because they're going to have in the shelving section, they're going to have those laminated boards. And the board is thick enough that it'll support, most reasonably sized consumer PCs. And if you want to put it on wheels, just go to the hardware section and get some casters. Or just, for this second one, which was just kind of impromptu, I just had wood lying around. So I took that shelf and I put the wood under it. And boom, I got clearance up off the floor. That's like the only thing you want to worry about if you're on carpet and then you're putting your computer on the floor. Get its vents up off the floor and put something between the vents and the carpet. I mean, dog hair and dust will still end up in these PCs. It's going to suck it in. But having a board between the intakes of your PC and the floor is the easiest way to minimize how quickly the dust and the dirt and the hair will build up. Because the dust, dirt, and hair is going to build up given time. But then that's the other cool thing. Most modern PC cases have filters now, right? So they have easily replaced clean filters. So that's cool. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. So I'm just gonna wait for Maddie to go live. And once I see her go live, in a couple minutes when she's actually on, I'll end. So I will end in a few minutes. You get it up and running? Yeah, it's still cooking. The installation of Windows was so easy. Holy shit, man. It's just getting easier and easier. It's impressive, really. And very fast, right? So I don't know if you were here when I did that part, but when I did the Optiplex a couple days ago, I did not pick which version of Windows, so it installed Home. And then I had to upgrade it from Home to Pro, which doesn't involve new software, right? It just, you tell it, become Pro, and it enables the missing features. And then I was able to license it. Well, this one here, I was able to choose Windows Pro, so it's got Windows Pro installed from the get-go, and then I was just immediately able to apply the license. So that's a licensed or an activated version of Windows 11 you're looking at. And it's got Firefox on it, and I'll do more. I just haven't done it yet because I can't wrap my head around what to put on it because I haven't thought that far. So I knew I was going to be building this for the person, but I didn't think of what was going to go on it as far as the PC, the software. So it's got a browser. It's got a browser. And I just have to cable manage the PC. So when Maddie starts, I'll take it down, and then I'll get out the Velcro straps that came with, and then some more cable ties, and just do it properly. I don't remember what I stuck on mine. Pro maybe. The easiest way to tell is what networking. Well, if you have oh shit, what the hell was that? I believe the remote desktop software is not available on Home. So if you try to do a remote desktop, you can't do it on Home, which is weird because you'd think that's what they need. Home users would need remote desktop so that people could call in to support them. But and then there's networking features that are absent from Home that are present in Pro. So it's like Pro really should be the bare minimum. But they can monetize it. They can break it out as a separate SKU so they can monetize it. So of course they're going to do it. But it's literally the same software. I mean, there's no new installation going on. It just has to be reconfigured, and boom, it goes from Home to Pro. A lot of the basic software is in there. It's just stuff is not being used, or stuff is just not enabled. I mean, Mac OS works about the same way, where like there's the difference between Mac OS
the client version and the server, there really isn't one under the hood. It's just what's exposed to you as the user. But you know, there's no real difference between the clients, the consumer software, and the server version. You know, it's just marketing. Never moved into PC. Oh wait, you don't build your own, right? It's funny. I don't know if they even know I have actually gotten this far with the PC. No, you don't get any. Stop looking at me. Won't make me feel guilty. Not one jot. Not one tittle. Well, that's a problem, Vanna. You know, all of us have to eventually build a PC online, on stream. That being said, I need to watch Maddie's. I didn't watch that stream. We're all dumb in our own way. I'm trying to remember if Astra has built a PC on stream. Jay has not. Nano definitely has. Maddie did. Soko, I have not seen her do it. I'm assuming she knows how to do it. I mean, her major is consistent with having that skill. How much do you charge? Not much really. I'll build stuff for people if they want me to build stuff for them. You know, obviously they got to pay for the parts. Did you do her? Okay, did Astra do hers on stream? I just don't remember seeing it. You know, the implicit assumption being that I was present for all of her streams, which is not true. I know Finn doesn't build his own. I'm pretty sure Jinx does her own because she's got so much stuff. Her system is crazy, and she's got multiple systems. She had stuff built into the walls. It's like, what the hell has she got going on? Well, you know, I built my last PC I built in 2018, and it was good till now. Check Soko's media channel. This is what you did in my algorithm. I'm not responsible for your algorithm. Get wrecked. Soko media miniature magic library.
I am obsessed with Book Nooks, and this magic library is perfect. The details are amazing, and it was so fun to make. It has 4 working lights that are connected to a motion sensor. So
wow, that's really cool.
And it's on sale right now. It's only $23, so you should go ahead and grab it while you can.
That is really cool. I can't wait for Soko to build hers. You know, when I end up in Pittsburgh, I'll probably have a bookshelf of some kind, but who knows if it's going to be visible on camera. But yeah. Jinx, yeah, I don't know if I've heard her say what she does for work, but yeah, she knows what she's doing. She's pretty handy around the house too. But yeah, I built my PC in 2018, and so it was. I could have kept going with my PC. What was really putting the end of line on my old PC was that I was running out of storage space. So it was really, my need for NAS kind of got to the point where I really, really need it. And then the money appeared. So I was able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I was able to solve the local storage problem, build my NAS, and oh God, I still have a lot more money I think I can waste on something else. So I built the PC. So, altogether, I kind of got that number to hand here. Hang on. Household bill tracking. No.
Oh wait, where's my what? Wait, do I log in as me or as Amoya? Hang on, I gotta log in as I have to log in as legal me. 2025 PC and NAS builds. So I spent just over $3,000 on the new PC, and the parts for the NAS, $2,800. And then this ITX PC, so, and these numbers actually might be a little off, but this ITX PC is $1,100, less graphics card. So I might have been able to shave maybe $200 at most if I bought cheaper components. So I could get this ITX PC to like $900, say, but then on top of that you've got to add whatever the GPU is. But so I spent $7,000 on PC stuff. Is that right? 29 minus 13, 16, 7,000. That's about right. I knew I was going to spend money on things I wanted as opposed to things I needed. And so I knew that was going to be many thousands of dollars. So this is within that. It's a big number for me, but it's still within my comfort level. And I'm never going to spend this kind of money on a PC ever again, not all at once. So this PC's got to last me, as long as possible. Maddie literally has her engineering nerd books, right behind her. She's such a nerd, Jesus Christ. I don't know what I see in her. Hang on. Look at that. I know where the mute button is without having to look. I am able to learn. Let's see. Blood draw is 1D. Get there. Earlier, if I head over directly from quest. Doing a little business. Maddie, where are you? Misty, what's going on? What's up? Don't look at the inset. Don't, stop. Oh crap, how do you, oh, I don't know how this works. I'm an idiot. Yeah, don't look at that. You think she believed me, guys? Hang on. What can she see? She can't see anything. Hang on. Misty, this is your computer. I'm gonna try to move it. Give me a second. Oh, I'm an idiot. I can just take the phone out of the. So, the thing we need to talk about is, I didn't buy a GPU for it. So what's in there now is it's just the GPU I had in my PC years ago, and you can have that. Oh wow, that's not good. What's not turning on this GPU? That is not good. The fan is not turning on it. Oh my god. Let's remove that. But yeah, so there's no GPU. There's that, but maybe I shouldn't be giving you that since the fan's not turning. But yeah, you kind of got to decide what you want for a GPU. And I can give this to you as is without a GPU, or I don't want to give you that one because the fan's not working. I mean, if I can get the fan working, I'll give that to you, but that's a GTX 1050 Ti. You know, that was hot shit in 2017 maybe. So, you know, maybe check, based on the games you want to play, you check and see what GPUs are affordable for you. But that's it. That is your PC. And it's got a really good, it's got a kill camera red alert. Yeah, no, too late, man. I suck. Let me try to show you this. Oh, gee. Check it out, I'll show you this. So my Chatterino, I have a lot of people set up. So I follow more people than that, but I have a subset of the people I follow are, I have a channel, you know, a tab for them in Chatterino. So technically I'm logged into all of their chats right now because Chatterino is just gonna pull them all. So Peachy and Soko and Bats are at the top of the list. And so as soon as I hear that beep, I looked over to see if it was Maddie, but it actually was Cal, so. And then Cherry's down there. So I have people that are just in alphabetical order. And then I have the, I've got the PMSCU girls, and then Bats is right below them. Ah, why? But yeah, anyway, there's your computer, Misty. So figure out what you want to do with the GPU and get back to me. And then we have to figure out how you're going to get this thing. Because I mean, I could ship it, or I could maybe hand carry it on a plane, but that won't be for a little while. But yeah, it's working. It's got a nice CPU in it too. I was gonna do this, but I was distracted. Hang on, where is it? Oh shit, this is actually easier to do it this way. Okay, so CPU is a Ryzen 7 7700X. I think that's overkill for most gaming scenarios, short of, you know, if you're like heavily into AAA and then competition. So memory is 32 gigs. It's got a 1 terabyte SSD. There's room for another another SSD on the back of the motherboard, and you can install a 2.5-inch hard drive and possibly a 3.5-inch hard drive in the case. So there's lots of room for storage, unless you need storage like I do. This probably has got the expansion if you want to add hard drives, or you can add an SSD and you can add SATA SSDs or SATA hard drives if you want. It's got Wi-Fi built in, so I just have to screw the antennas on and then it's connected. But this thing is actually, I'm actually connected to Wi-Fi here in the house, and you can see the antennas are not connected, so it actually works without the antennas. You know, which is possible. You know, the antennas are almost never required for this. The antennas just make it more better. And it is the CPU does include a Radeon integrated GPU, so theoretically you can game without a GPU, without a discrete GPU, but you wouldn't want to, but you could. Yeah. I just need to play Dune Awake. Okay, I'm gonna put this camera back on this iPhone. It's not a camera. It just happens to have a camera on it. Coco, what are you eating? You're making me nervous. You know nothing about computer hardware. In this case, you'll get that GPU that I said you shouldn't get. Read specs on Dune 4 GPU. Need to play Dune Awakening. Dune Awakening. Dune Awakening. I hope this doesn't find like a porn version. Is an open world multiplayer survival game on a massive scale. Oh boy. Early 2025. Tell me about the requirements. Don't tell me the story. I know the story. Why do they not? Oh, fuck you. If this thing needs like a 4070 or some shit like that. No. Wish list on Steam. Oh, why didn't you say so? Why do I have 2 Steam icons in my taskbar? What the fuck? Oh, why? Okay, so Dune Awakening. Can't type. $200 keyboard, can't type. Dune, not Duel. Dune Awakening 2025. Here we go. So let's see. Recommendation. Ah, crap. All it says is 64-bit processor and operating system. I can get that on a fucking Apple Watch. That's very helpful. Well, yeah, and that's fair, Misty. So, I mean, I'll see you sometime this year, probably in summer. So that gives you a couple months, and I'm not going to expect you to pay for. You're paying for part of this. You're not paying for all of it. Half of it is going to be your gift, your birthday gift. So you're paying for only half of it. Where am I on camera? I've hidden myself. Don't hide the on-screen talent. Talent, as if. But yeah, you're paying for half at most. The video card, the GPU, because they're kind of spendy at a you know, high. I hate the word performance. At a high enough level of performance. Yeah, they're more spendier, right? And I'm reluctant, even though I blew $7,000 on PC hardware, I cannot bring myself to spend $300 more for a GPU for my computer. So, got to figure that part out. Or, I mean, if I get a GPU for my computer, I could put the 1660 in your computer, and it's officially called Small White PC. But a 1660 is a pretty sad GPU. I mean, it's better than a 1050, but not that much better. I'd hate to ship this thing too. I mean, I really need to hand carry it, at least so that I can carry it. I can put it up in the overhead. Because I'd want to wrap it. I'd want to wrap it in foam, and TSA is gonna fucking love that thing. Obviously, I'm not gonna trust that thing into check-in, unless I had a legitimate, like a Pelican case, which is like really high density plastic. You know, you could be putting one of those on like an overlanding Jeep and have the Jeep roll over and squash the Pelican case, and probably the sheet metal that it's sitting on will bend, not the Pelican case. I'm not giving you peanuts, buddy. They're just gonna come out your butt looking like a peanut. Don't ask me how I know. Or maybe I'll take the computer completely apart and then just send Misty the pieces, and she has to put it all together.
Hell, I could do that now. Let me just place a new. I'll just place a new Amazon order and have them shipped to Misty. I have her address. I can ship her stuff. Stop looking at me, man. I'm not giving you peanuts. You guys just poop these out intact. You don't even digest them because you don't chew them. F you. It'd be so mean, Misty, but it'd be so funny. Holy shit. I would laugh. I would have a belly laugh. Okay, so right now I'm just killing time. Well, I was killing time, but now that Misty's here, I was able to inform her what's going on. I'm killing time until Maddie starts so that I can raid her. So I told Maddie I was going to stream, and I told her that I would end when she starts, but Maddie doesn't give a shit about me. But remember, I only recently graduated to the worth of a Wendy's chicken nugget. Before, I was just a generic chicken nugget, not even a name brand chicken nugget. That's how little she regards me. Have you seen that you can look at the like videos of all your Instagram people? No, I didn't know that. Isn't that just a variation of what you can do on Twitter, where you can see everyone's likes? So you can see that they're perverted? And are you asking because you've looked at what I've liked on Instagram? And if I remember correctly, on Instagram, most of the things I like are like Pomeranian related. Unless it's a Femboy UK picture, in which case it's extremely sus. Yep, there it is, puppy videos. You'd have to do that to me on Twitter to see the degenerate stuff I look at. And I don't know if it's me just noticing now, but holy shit, you can get full-length movies on Twitter now of the blue variety. I can't help it if there are that many videos. Not my fault. Don't blame me for dogs being cute. Oh, peanuts. I really should get the honey roasted peanuts. I'm gonna ignore that praise, Mr. Buka. That embarrasses me. That's like my discomfort zone. You know, ironically enough, usually the people I know that I'm seeing, you know, posts for are like, you know, Finn, and I still see Nano's posts, but I tend not to see the rest of us. So, and I don't know what my visibility is like. I mean, I can't have much of a footprint in any of those, like Twitter or, you know, Blue Sky or Instagram. But I tend not to see us there. So I don't see what anyone else is replying to. And like, I know that Helen Croft she follows me, so she is victimized by all my retweets, but you know, that's on her. I can't help her if she's following me. I just meant on Instagram because they have the little icon with your friends' pictures on them. Oh, yeah, I don't use excuse me. I don't use Instagram that much. I mean, I keep an open window for it, but it's logged out almost as much as it's logged in. So I don't know what the heck is going on there that I get logged out so readily. I keep, let me show you the display capture. So I keep a couple windows up. So this has personal information, so you can't see that. But then I have this one, which just has my channel on it. And then Instagram, home, for X, and then Blue Sky. And so I just keep them up all the time because, you know, the computer, I never shut off the computer. So I keep lots of windows just open with default locations. So on another desktop, I use the
I forget what the terminology they use. I don't know if they just call them other desktops, but I have 3 other desktops, or I have 2 other desktops. So I have the main one, then I have one where if I'm in YouTube video watching or Netflix mode or Apple TV, if I'm in media consumption mode, I go to desktop 2. And then if I'm working on content sites, so the different VOD channels I work on, I have a desktop 3 where I keep all those windows open. In fact, I'm going to switch over to it now to look at something. Okay, yeah. So I used to do what, the default thing, which is like have 40 windows open on one desktop. Then I said, wait a minute, doesn't Windows have the same thing that Mac OS does, or vice versa, where they have alternate desktops? So I just started using desktops. Oh wow, commercial on the sound source. Weird. I don't think Lo-Fi Girl does that. Where are they? Why are they not? Oh, this is so weird. The stream feed is lagging, reality. So I switched over and made my Chatterino visible, but in the stream feed it hasn't changed over yet. Or has it? Hang on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, there, it's changed. Yeah. No, it hasn't changed over. Oh no, it is. That's live. What the hell? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I have like a billion pages open plus my OF because I have like 3 followers who are not okay looking for than they might want. What? Hello? OF? I don't consume that smut. At least not publicly. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's going on with Maddie? Why isn't she? Maddie. Hello, when is Maddie streaming, please? Naturally, she don't owes me. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing window capture? Can't I just do this? Wait, can't I just do window capture? Yeah, there. Stupid. Amateur streamer. He doesn't know how anything works. When she can resolve her OBS issue. She's got an OBS issue? I thought she unscuffed her stream, unscuffed her. Oh, here we go. This is too meta, boy. Whoa, what's she done with her? What has she done with her return? Oh my God, that is disgusting. I'm a puke now. Okay, guys, I'm gonna send you guys over. I'm gonna shirk my responsibility and ship you guys over. I'm gonna put you in the basket and send you down the Nile, and you're at the mercy of the gods Seebeck. But thanks for sticking around, and I'll stream when I stream. But I'll send you guys over, and Maddie will just have to deal with you. Let me get back to my. Wait, where is it? Where is it? How does this work? I'm lost. Uh-oh. Raven. Bye, guys.